Welcome to the recording for game design that explains how to complete the creating a character assignment. As you can see on the screen, this is a 100-point assignment. Since the class is only worth 1,000 points, this assignment is 10% of your grade. So given that, I expect it to be done very well, not just a run-on paragraph of information. So taking a look at it, says based on your understanding of the unit, and of course this whole unit we talked about characters and what makes up a character, such as the way a person behaves, their mannerisms, their strengths and weaknesses, those types of things, right? Now, so what you're going to do is you're going to discuss and build a character based on the game that you started last week. And if I scroll up here, of course, last week, well, it's in the game elements unit, but last week, that assignment was your first design assignment. So, of course, in this first design assignment, you listed and described some characters. So you did that last week. So then for this week, you just take one of those characters, and hopefully it'll be your main character. That's what I would suggest. You take your main character, and then you answer these questions about this main character. Now, what I want is for your documentation, it could be a word processing document, it could be a PowerPoint, whatever you want, but I want these 5 items to be clearly addressed individually, not just written in a paragraph of 3 or 4 sentences. So if you're going to write a description of how your game could be a virtual reality game, you need to think a little bit like in section D and section C, where it talked about virtual reality, and you need to describe how your game could become a virtual reality game. That's going to be probably 3 or 4 sentences. Give your character a name that reflects the game genre. Well, just don't say my character's name is Bob. Say, well, my game is called blah blah blah, and it's in the it's a combat game, so it's in the maybe like first-person shooter or combat type genre. And I think that name fits him because, and then you describe that a little bit. What purpose does your character have in the game? Describe that. That's going to probably be 2 or 3 sentences about what that character is doing in the game, what that character's goals are in the game, how that character affects the outcome of the game, etc. With what abilities will your character start the game? So you're going to list the physical attributes, meaning physically what the person can do, mental abilities, how smart it is, what types of things mentally it can do, the emotional temperament, is it a nice guy, a bad guy, nice lady, bad lady, whatever, the character's background, the experience level. And that's not the experience level of a novice and things like that. That would be the experience level of the character as the character starts a game. Is the character, maybe it's a zombie game and they have to get to a safe place. Well, is this character experienced with dealing with zombies, or is this character new with dealing with zombies? And how are they going to build up the skills to deal with zombies? So item number 4, there's going to be quite a bit of information that you'll include there. That'll be the biggest part, I think. How your character attributes change as game progresses. Well, when you created your game early on back here in this other unit, you did levels of that game. So what you want to talk about in this is each of the levels. How does the character change? Do they get stronger? Do they get meaner, nicer, whatever it is? But you need to expand on that, describe it. Again, the reason you're doing this is you're creating this character as if you're part of a team, a game design team, and they say, hey, for this game, we want you to give us the ideas of the type of character. Well, you need to design that character. You need to design that character so that the game developers can then start creating that character for you. Then finally, the last thing, you're going to draw your character. Now this says use a paint or fireworks or something like that, but I would suggest, to make it easier to sketch it, just sketch it on a sheet of paper, pen or a pencil. Give it some of the attributes that you talked about up here, some of the physical attributes. So sketch it out on a piece of paper, then take a picture with your phone or use a scanner or something like that to create the image, and then put it in your PowerPoint or your word processing document. So you're going to clearly address all 5 of these in detail. And if not in detail, you'll probably get a grade between a 60 and a 70, meaning you'll pass the assignment, but not with a very good grade. So explain those in detail. Then you're going to include a picture of your character. So that's the work you're going to do, and I look forward to the work coming in. I've had some really good ones and some very, very poor ones. So please be on the really good side when you submit this. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye.